Welcome, O wanderers of the wavelength, to the inner sanctum of the chilluminatti. You didn't find us by accident. You were tuned in. Behind this veil of shadow and signal, we gather, not to follow, but to question. So light your candle and lean back 33 degrees. Close the blinds and forget what they told you was real.
You can't go on. And
It's Saturday night. Mine's Jimmy. I am the master of ceremonies tonight.
Is there anybody out there?
I'm sitting here with Rock and Rio. Somewhere in the mist.
Anybody out there? Is there anybody out there?
I'm out there.
Alright. I can see you.
Maybe I'm in here.
Is there anybody out there?
Let me out of the box, man. Let me out of the box.
What was that, man? Pink Zeppelin?
Yeah, man. I'm busting a mix. I'm in the mix, man.
Close the door, put out the light. No, they won't be home tonight.
The mothership has landed.
The snow falls hard, and don't you know? The winds of Thor are blowing cold.
The winds of Thor are blowing.
Feel it's bright and true.
cold, Rio. Are the winds of Thor are blowing cold up your way, man?
Oh, the wind is definitely cold.
Yeah, there they go. Getting the lead out on a Saturday night. Ground Zero Plus. Mine's Jimmy. It's rocking Rio over there. It's the chilluminatti. And we're about as chill as you could possibly get. You know, Rio and I, earlier, we were talking before the show, and I was putting forward the idea that maybe we should do like a 2-hour vow of silence and just sit here and not say anything. For 2 hours. Just sitting here.
Oh, I think we've already ruined that.
No, I'm just kidding. But we are chill. So we're so chill that we could just chill for like 2 hours. And I think that's what we're gonna do, Rock and Roll. We're gonna chill with everybody. It is the chilluminatti. Excuse me. See, man, this is 7 minutes and 2 seconds long. What's 7 and 2, Rock and Roll? 9? Huh.
It's all.
All right, welcome to the machine. There goes Led Zeppelin. So, Brent Howell looks like he's over in the chat reading the stars. Yeah. Neptune, Saturn, trine Jupiter and Mercury, Mars, trine Jupiter. That's what he's saying. Yeah.
Okay.
If you know what he means, you know what he means. If you don't, you don't. And I guess you're just not in the know, man. That's
yeah,
it.
I don't know.
If you're in the know, then you know. If you know, you know. That's how it is.
Although they have officially declared we have a mini moon now. It is official. We have 2 moons.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, we're not on the same fucking timeline as we used to be. But we're on the timeline where we got 2 moons, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think my whole life is one big Mandela effect.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you want to call it, but I don't know. Something's different. It just can't handle it. It's the stress of it. It's just there's some unknown pressure. It's just changed. The atmosphere is different. The air is different. We're on a different timeline, man. Did you see the human resonance shut down at 11:11 when Trump signed that peace deal? He signed it right at 11:11, and the human resonance went black.
Did it really?
Yeah, I was going to talk about it, but
that's pretty wild.
I know. Some crazy shit. When he signed that peace agreement, he signed it 11:11 Israel time. And the human resonance...
Is that a surprise, right? Everything he does is ritualistic.
The human resonance went black. I'm sure there's
Did it revive? Did it come back?
Yeah, it came back, but it was black. The line was black on the chart. You could probably type it in. I'm sure people made YouTube videos about it. No, it is freaky.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
It's extremely weird. Now, of course, people are going to say it's just a anomaly on the chart, on the
It's
human
just a,
resonance
it's
chart.
just a coinky dink, right?
Yeah. No, I'm serious. Type it in. I can't reach the keyboard, otherwise I would. Type it in, and we'll go find it, and I'll show it to everybody right now.
All right.
I just
I'll have
forgot.
to-
I just forgot to talk about it. I mean, I know. I mean, for a story like that to fade away, there has to be all kinds of other shit going on that's way more intense. Like, what else is intense? Oh, the trajectory of the 3IA Atlas.
Yeah, let's. We're safe with that, I think.
Now, did you find something? Did anything come up? Schumann, just like type in Schumann resonance, Trump, 1111. Something will come up. I mean, I think those three things are part of something you'd put in the description of your video.
Well, there's stuff about it, but I don't see anything about the Trump thing.
Is there stuff about the Schumann resonance anomaly?
It says the Schumann resonance technological effects ends on 11/11.
See, now, fucking type it in. Trump signed that fucking agreement at 11/11. I'm telling you. Search it. I'm telling you right now. It was uncanny. It was crazy, actually, when to think about it. You know.
It must be hidden from me because I can't find anything relating to Trump about it.
No, you don't have. It doesn't relate to Trump. It's two separate incidents. Trump signed the peace agreement at 11/11 in Israel. The fucking Schumann resonance went black at 11/11. The same time he signed the agreement. That's the thing.
What today? What day was that though?
Whenever he signed the agreement, just type that in. What day did Trump sign the agreement for the peace deal between Israel and Palestine and Hamas or whatever? I'm telling you, man. And he just got done saying, like, last week, and I know they made it seem like it was a joke and took it out of context, but he said he wasn't going to heaven. He said, I'm not going to get into heaven.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. But, you know, they were...
No, he probably not wrong.
I'm just saying, man. He signed that peace deal. Is that this? People were saying, that's the minute. That's the signature. He's bringing peace for 7 years or whatever. I'm telling you, man. People started going off the deep end. Started saying it's going to be a tribulation and all this.
So it was apparently the 13th.
The 13th at 11/11.
Wonder if that was a Friday.
11/11.
No, it was a Monday.
I'm just telling you, man. Don't you think it's a bit? Doesn't it make you think of that song, Ironic? Doesn't make me think of it, but I just thought I'd bring it up. If I had my keyboard, I'd already be typing in Ironic. You know. And then Jared Kushner owns 666, whatever it is, street. It's all starting to come into view now. You know.
Still not finding anything on this.
No, man. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to find anything on it. No one, it's not two people who haven't put it together or whatever. It's not one thing now.
Well, I mean, even the Schumann resonance going dark on October 13th, I have nothing on that.
I thought you just said it went dark at 11/11 a little while ago.
No, it ends on 11/11 as in November 11th. That's what I saw.
Hang on a second.
I don't see nothing here.
All right, man. Look, there's no way I can go find it for you, but I'm telling you right now, the Schumann resonance went black the same day when he signed that. Because I saw the Schumann resonance chart. People were putting it up saying, look at it went dark, it went blank, so people made a big deal about it. But there's no way for me to get it for you because it was so long ago and so many windows have passed since then. If I was to go back in my history, I'd be sitting here scrolling for the next 15, 20 minutes. I guess we could take a vow of silence for 15 or 20 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll sit there and just go.
Yeah, we could play some Tibetan bells to just align everyone's chakras.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour.
Yeah. We'll wait till the midnight hour. No, we will open up the phones. Mm-hmm. So it looks like there's a few people hanging out in the chat. Are you over in the Ground Zero Plus chat?
No, I'm not. I'm busy looking for Schumann resonance.
Oh.
But I could go over there, I suppose. I probably should go over there.
Yeah, he's saying the Brent Howell is saying the sensor went offline. Yeah, see, that's the kind of shit people are going to say. Shit like that. But, I don't know. That's what people say when stuff like that happens. It's like there's always a logical explanation for it.
Yeah, just because some demonic force got released at that very moment, nothing to be concerned about.
They said we shifted. Amber's in the chats talk about timelines. Exactly. They're saying people were saying around this. Okay, look, I saw the chart. I saw the Schumann resonance. Then I saw all the comments people were making about it.
Uh-huh.
All right, so they were saying shit like that. We shifted timelines and this and that.
Oh yeah, I believe you.
No, I'm just saying now. What it seems like we shifted timelines. Everything's just a little bit different. It's all the same, but it's just a little bit different. Like
I'll tell you, I think it's going faster and faster, man. It's like the clock spring is a little overwhelmed or something,
It's the quickening.
Well,
I'm just kidding, man. The quickening. That's what Art Bell used to always say. Remember the quickening. Seems like the quickening's coming now. It's the day before yesterday. What was the name of that book they did? About the breakdown of the Atlantic flow or whatever. And turned it the day after tomorrow or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Whitley Strieber. The coming global superstorm. Damn. Rio, think of how many end of the world scenarios we've been through since we started working on this show.
Oh, 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Just 3 or 4 a year.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens every year. And another year goes by.
Oh, wait, no, I got that wrong, Jimmy. It should be 6, 7.
Yeah, a year.
Yeah.
No, there's not at least one every month. There's one that happens that's the headliner. And it's always like 3 to 6 months away. So you can, ride that pony all the way across the Patriot Supplies finish line.
Hmm.
You got to have your storable foods in case something happens. You know what I mean? Can't be caught short, off guard without
your solar powered generator.
Yeah, and your life straw, so you could purify some swamp water. Sucking it up there. The life straw. Don't forget the life straw, dude. Many a life straw were sold prior to 2012 because people thought they were going to have to, be purifying swamp water.
Yeah, all you need is a piece of cheesecloth and a Bic lighter.
Yeah, or some sand and some charcoal.
Yeah, that works too. Well, if you got the Bic lighter, you can make the charcoal, right?
So. Yeah, exactly. All right, well, who the hell knows? I know this. eventually, someone will be right. In the meantime, enjoy being wrong. You know what I mean? You don't want to be right on some of this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know.
If you were right and it ends, no one will give a fuck. You won't be able to say, "See, I told you." Seems like that's what everybody wants to be, the guy. Everybody wants to be the guy that told someone. See, man, I told you. Told you. I was right. See, I told you. I was right. Rock and real.
Well, I
No,
don't know.
I'm not saying.
Hopefully, I won't be here to have to say I told you.
That's what I mean. I'm not saying I was right. I'm imitating people that say.
No,
it.
I know.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah. We told you about it years ago. You just didn't listen.
No one listens, man.
Some of y'all never been down south too much. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this so that you understand what I'm talking about. Down there we have a plant that grows out in the woods and the fields. Looks something like a turnip green. Everybody calls it poke salad. Poke salad. Used to know a girl lived down there and she'd go out in the evenings and pick her a mess of it. Carry it home and cook it for supper.
That's Tony Joe
That's about all they
White.
had to eat. They did all right. Down in Louisiana, where the alligators grow so mean, there lived a girl that I swear to the world made the alligators look tame. Poke salad Annie, poke salad Annie. Everybody said it was a shame, 'cause her mama was a wicked on.
Man, Elvis just took that song, didn't he? I mean, this dude even is kind of Elvis-like. Tony Joe White, kind of is Elvis-esque. It's got an Elvis-esque quality to him.
That's rockabilly, right? I guess you give it that.
He's got sideburns.
Home in a toast sack, poke salad Annie. The gators got you great.
But then when Elvis started doing this song, you probably never heard of Tony Joe White. He just faded out. He dematerialized. You know? There goes Tony Joe White. Poke salad Annie. Got your granny. All right, listen. Here where I live, there's a place called the Winchester Mystery House. And it's a whole thing. It's a house.
Is it like the stuff rolls uphill and that kind of thing?
No. It's where a woman from the Winchester family had a house.
That's the Winchester rifle family?
Exactly. And she had a house. She was always continually building on this house. There's doors that go to nowhere, so on and so forth. It's a whole thing. You go through the whole place. There's a whole tour. On Halloween, they take you to the secret places where they don't take you on the normal one, the normal tour, and this and that. So it's been there for, a long time. People have gone there for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. Even back in I think it was even there in the 60s and 70s, to be honest. People were going through there paying for the tour. Well, it turns out they try to say she was crazy because she was building this house all crazy.
Right.
But it turns out it wasn't that way at all. There really was no crazy lady in there. She was just building stuff. Stuff fell off, so on and so forth. There wasn't a big mystery. The whole thing's a story, man. People have been paying to go in there and hear the story for years.
Was it a hallucination?
Look, the door. Look at this door. And you open it up and it's like a brick wall. She built doors to nowhere. She was Miss Winchester, wandering the halls of her giant Victorian house, just building shit. Building rooms without walls. Oh, man.
I am not familiar with the Winchester House.
I'm telling you right now, man. It's haunted too. That's why they take you there on Halloween. They let you go in there
Yeah.
so you can get the shit scared out of you. Anybody who's ever really seen ghosts or had any kind of real paranormal activity go on,
Mhm.
they ain't out searching for that shit anymore. They don't want to fucking have nothing to do with it ever
Yeah,
again.
I mean,
Pray
coming
to-
face to face with a poltergeist or a demon is not a calming experience.
No.
It's not a very tranquil thing to do.
It's all fun and games while you got that little machine and you're hearing voices and shit until something happens.
Yeah, it's all fun and games till the coffee pot smacks you in the side of the head, flies across the room on its own.
But I mean, it's fun. Go out and hunt ghosts. I guess it's fun. Could be fun.
Yeah, the only problem with hunting ghosts is you can never hit them when you shoot them.
Maybe you could find them though. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to find them, man. It's never Casper the friendly ghost, is it? It's always some ghost knocking on walls, making the shades go flapping up into the window. Moving the
slamming
curtains.
the doors,
Yeah,
throwing your silverware on the floor.
Yeah, moving the curtains and shit. I mean, seriously, if you were a ghost, would you be like doing any of that? What the fuck would you be doing? Would you be? I mean, it's like, I can only do so much. Because I'm a ghost, I can only slam doors, throw spoons, and move curtains. I guess you have to be.
I don't know. I guess if I were a ghost, it would be amusing to like animate a doll and creep people out. But I don't know. I would probably try to find something more constructive to do than
In between, like
dumping somebody's silverware on the floor.
wandering the desolate wasteland with all the other lost souls, just walking around, nothing to do.
Yeah, Rusty's got it right. Don't cross the streams, Jimmy.
Don't what?
Don't cross the streams.
Oh, I don't know, man. I'll cross that stream when I come to it.
No, Ghostbusters. Don't cross the streams, man.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, people who have had experiences. Clyde Lewis Clyde Lewis and a group went somewhere up in Northern California looking for the Zodiac killer.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to pull information from the ether. And he started puking on the air, man. Literally, he was on the air. He puked, and that was a harsh experience for him, man. If you ever call the show, ask him about it. He's
don't
talked
mess with
about
dark.
it. He's talked.
Don't mess with darkness, man.
He's talked about it a couple times on the air.
Yeah.
I was listening when he did it. That's how I heard it originally. But yeah. A lot of people just turn to the Lord after something happens. They don't want no part of any of that. Because this,
Well, I'll tell you. So some of the stuff I've seen that's like the flying coffee pot, which happened to me twice actually. It is freaky when things like that happen. You don't just expect a coffee pot to launch itself across the room and smash into the wall, man.
Oh, yeah. It's such a vast landscape of all this stuff, man. Like I'm saying, if you start thinking about it, every time you start thinking about anything, if you take anything at face value, it seems plausible. The minute you start thinking about shit, you start to wonder, and that's where it all fucking falls apart, real, when people start wondering. Like, what I'm wondering is, if something is going 30,000 miles a second, how the fuck do you take a picture of that?
It depends on how far away it is, I would guess, right?
Millions of miles away.
Well, a parallax effect.
You ain't taking a picture of nothing going 30,000 miles an hour, man.
No, I mean, how fast is the Earth moving through space?
30,000 miles a second, not an hour. Like, I can't even conceive 30,000 miles a second.
It's
But how
all
do
a
you
matter
take-
of perspective.
I'm just saying, how do you take a picture of that?
I mean, I mean, just think of it. If you were an ant looking up at the humans driving by in their car, how fast do you think they'd be going? Like in relative speed.
Compared to you, they wouldn't be going very fast at all. You wouldn't even see them.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. But somehow there's pictures of this 3-eye atlas. There's a whole bunch of them. There's a bunch of fake ass videos rolling around too. They've seen these Michio Kaku videos where there's a picture of him. It ain't him. This AI. I've been seeing a bunch of these. It almost looks like the person they're saying it is. Like, I actually clicked on one video, and then
No, I told you I saw that Trump one the other day too. I had to watch like 3 minutes of it before I realized it was an AI video. Just because of what he was saying was so outrageous, and not in a an I'm outraged at Trump kind of way. Like it was so out there, like space cadet. Like somebody had to write that, and he wouldn't say something like that.
So what's the next answer, dude? It was on video, and then we slowed it way down, and then took out a frame.
Mm-hmm.
We got a video camera up in space, capturing shit going by at 30,000 miles a second. How long would that video last? You'd have to slow that motherfucker down real slow, wouldn't you? Because that thing you didn't even 30,000 miles a second. And here's your stationary camera floating in space. All of a sudden, fucking some shit goes by. You're the operator. You look down to stir your coffee, man. You missed that shit. You didn't even notice there was an anomaly. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Well, I mean, you think about it. Even when your perspective is from the Earth looking up at the sky, right? The plane that's flying above you doesn't really look like it's going that fast, but it's doing 600 miles an hour. And it's just kind of creeping along slowly from
All right, well,
where you're looking.
Here, I got another question. Makes you wonder. All right, if I'm sitting here, and I got
Hey, when you're sitting in a plane, do you feel like you're doing 600 miles an hour?
no, but when I'm sitting here with my telescope, and I'm looking up in the sky with it, okay, how the fuck can how could I be focusing my telescope on something when the Earth is spinning at fucking thousands of miles an hour? How does my telescope fixate on that item in the sky from my location when I'm spinning at thousands of miles an hour? How the fuck does that happen? I'm just curious.
I
Got
guess
any
it's
explanation?
parallax again. It's distance, relative perspective.
Right. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem plausible. It doesn't seem plausible. You ever thought that, all telescopes are round? You know what I mean? The ends. Maybe if they were square, planets would seem square when you looked at them through your telescope instead of round. You think?
I don't know. I've not tried such a thing.
I know. Who knew? We thought planets were round until this new discovery of the square telescope lens. Now everything's square. You know what I'm saying? On the square. Rock and real, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
In some of these elite brotherhoods, you got to keep it on the square.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I got to get some coffee before it's too late. I'm already off the deep end at this point. It's been a long week,
Yeah, it has.
hasn't it? It just seems like it goes on forever and ever.
It's like, I mean, it's Saturday night here, Eddie, here, right? Like
That's what I
weekend
mean.
is more than half over,
It's over, man.
and it just started like a few minutes ago. It
That's what I'm
seems.
saying.
And next thing you know, I'll be waking up. It's time for work again, and the cycle continues. The rat race.
Yeah. Well, you know what you could do is you could rely on the government telescopes that are up in space. So, if they see something, you can be sure they're going to make sure you see it on those telescopes.
Yeah, because we can trust everything the government tells us.
Yeah, man. How would you even know if there was really a sun flare that knocked out the power? They could just have some fucking telescope up there. Look at our telescope, saw the sun flare. Okay,
Well, you wouldn't be able to see the video because power would be out,
We've
right?
got 7 days before the sun flare hits the Earth, and then the power will go out. And then they just turn off the power. Okay, we must rebuild now. Rock and Rio, we must rebuild in a new way. We have to go the new direction. Mankind can no longer afford to dilly-dally around with all this nonsense. We need to get down to brass tacks and start from scratch.
Raise your can of beer on high and seal your fate forever. Our best years have passed us by, the golden age of leather.
It's Ground Zero Plus. From the Spectres LP, Rock and Rio, the golden age of leather. One of the best parts of this song is this Beach Boy riff that's coming up right here. I'm gonna have to listen to that later. Alright, here it comes now. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That Beach Boy riff right there. That's pretty powerful. Somebody should do an AI version, a heavy metal version of Beach Boys. Beach Boys metal. Tomorrow there'll be 30 videos, dude.
Oh yeah,
Beach Boy metal.
Beach Boy metal.
That'd be pretty
What-
cool. You gotta
What
be-
if Mike Love sang like Rob Halford?
Did you just say Mike Love?
Yeah. Not that I like the guy, but Mike Love sings like Rob Halford.
Yeah, that would be good.
That would be an interesting video
Yeah, it
or
would be.
audio.
All right, listen. Are we going to open up the phones in the second hour? I think we're going to. We'll hear for people who had paranormal experiences and see if they're if they want to go search some more of that out. It's like, I had such a good time pissing my pants and screaming my head off. I can't wait to go back. Find some more ghosts. Real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, I mean, or another thing. Sasquatch ripped my arm off, but I'm going back, man. Real. I gotta find the Sasquatch again. Did you ever see that movie Schlock? I've talked about it.
No, I don't think I've seen it.
There's this part where Schlock comes walking across the road, and this guy comes pulling up, and he sees Schlock, and he has to stop, and he gets out, and he happens to be eating a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. And Schlock is standing there. Schlock is basically a Bigfoot-looking thing, and he's standing there, and the guy gets out of the car with his bucket of chicken and goes over to try to hand Schlock a piece of chicken. He's handing him a drumstick. And as he hands the drumstick to Schlock, Schlock reaches out, grabs him by the wrist, and rips his arm off out of the socket.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's hilarious, man. That's some really good, what kind of comedy do they call that? There's a certain kind of comedy, like Three Stooges. It's a certain kind of comedy.
Like slapstick.
Slapstick, exactly. Yeah, it was slapstick at its finest. I saw it at a midnight movie the first time I ever saw Schlock. If you haven't seen Schlock, I recommend it. You might laugh. It might be funny in a Three Stooges kind of way, Rockario. It's not like Encino Man, starring Pauly Shore. I don't think that's funny. Have you ever seen Encino Man?
I think I did when it was
When it
new.
came out? Yeah. When it was fresh material.
When it was fresh, yeah.
Now it's a little
Never a
stale.
big fan of Pauly Shore.
It's a bit stale now. You don't like Pauly Shore?
And not a big fan.
No.
I mean, unless you like chilling with the weasel.
The Weasel buddy.
Buddy.
The Weasel was everywhere, wasn't he? He was all...
Pop goes the weasel because the weasel goes pop, right?
Exactly. No, I, what are you going to say? What can you say about Pauly Shore? He was at a moment in time, man. You know what I mean? He
he
served his
was
purpose at a moment in time.
He had his thing, and it was, it worked for him at the time, I guess.
It worked for a lot of people. Otherwise, he wouldn't have,
Yeah. Well, where is he now, Jimmy?
Where is he?
Yeah, what happened to Pauly Shore? I mean, we haven't heard from him in years, right?
No,
he's kind of vanished.
No, he's around.
Is he?
Yeah, he's around. He's making snide comments right now.
Is he?
Somewhere. Yeah, he's got a look on his face. He's making snide comments. He's not in this Pauly Shore character, though. He's in his snide comment character, where he just sits around making snide comments. You know, whatever you say, he'll just say some shit to it. You know, some quippy, snide, sarcastic remark. You know what I mean?
No. Maybe he's hanging over at Pee Wee's Playhouse or something.
Some people say snide comments and sarcasm is microaggressions.
Well, then I must be very microaggressive.
I know. Ask yourself, where would you be if you couldn't if you couldn't be sarcastic about some shit? People would stop. It's already hard enough to communicate. People would really stop communicating at that point.
I'm a master at microaggression.
Macroaggressions. Where's Charlie Robinson? That's the question. Where's Charlie Robinson? Nobody knows because he took over the what's the name of that? The something Post.
I don't know.
It's giant, man. It's been around forever. It's got respects. I'm trying to think of what it's called now. Sorry, I can't remember what it's called anymore. Because I have no short-term memory loss is gone. Alright, hold on. Quick draw and draw. Alright, listen. 718-618-9905. That's the number to call if you want to call in and tell us about your paranormal experiences.
Oh, well, give me a second. I need to open the phone here.
It's just getting ready to be the top of the hour. I'm just giving the number out now.
Yeah. Don't call yet. Don't call yet. But call if you got something.
Yeah, don't call yet. I got to get me a cup of coffee real quick.
Yeah, you want to play a song and then we'll get you a beverage and come back.
Well, yeah, but it's not the top. It's still 6 minutes till the top of the hour.
Okay.
I know it really doesn't at this point.
Doesn't matter.
We don't have to stick to the clock. You know, I'm not a clock watcher. You clock watching motherfucker. You just one clock watching motherfucker, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Hang on, I got to switch my cable so we can have the phones here.
All right, yeah. So while he's switching his cable, I will go grab my coffee while I throw this real quick, and then I'll be back.
Keeping true to form, alive, sick of living you. To roll at an equal distance apart from a dream come true.
There goes little Barry. What's up, Finger Man? Yeah, I definitely got to go over there to Ground Zero Plus chat. I got to log in. You know what, man? I just decided.
Are you still wearing enough layers to insulate Alaska?
I am wearing enough layers to insulate Alaska. As a matter of fact. Now, I was just thinking about
break a second. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
Todd.
Uh-huh.
How many hits did Todd Rundgren even write?
Oh, hundreds, if not thousands.
Yeah, it's crazy. There was a moment where they said Todd is God. At the time, when they were saying it, nah, I really wasn't into Todd back then. But, you know, Todd did stand the test of time, didn't he?
He did. Wrote a lot of good music.
He did. There he goes. From the Something Anything LP. He used to sit around trying to come up with names for your LP. Remember that? He's sitting around. It's like, what are we gonna call this fucker, man? I don't know. How about Saint Anger? How's that sound? Saint Anger. Is that a good title?
Wait, did he write for Metallica too?
No, I'm just thinking of Metallica sitting around trying to come up with an album name. It's like, what the fuck are we gonna call this? How about Saint Anger? What do you think? Saint Anger. I don't know. You better agree, or James will throw your ass out of the band.
Yeah.
Like Jason Newsted. Found out he was doing another project. Got pissed. Throw him out.
Because, side work takes away from Metallica.
Did you ever see that movie, Some Kind of Monster?
Yeah.
That was a good
That's what happens when your ego gets too big.
Some Kind of Monster was a pretty good movie, though, wasn't it? They hired a psychologist to follow them around in the making of their new album. Some Kind of Monster. Wasn't that the name of the album, too?
I don't know. I think that was just the name of the movie.
And that's when they hired Danny Trujillo's son.
Yeah.
And they brought him in. Now it's like he was never anywhere else, huh? It's like he's always been in Metallica. In this timeline, he's always been the bass player from Metallica. How about
careful now, the Cliff Burton fans might get upset.
How about Saint Anger? How's that sound? What the fuck? I mean, I don't know. You think,
I think Metallica lost it when they got their haircut and they did that whole load reload thing.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, man. I think when it wasn't the act of cutting their hair, but the whole thing with the
cigar. It was just that time frame, right?
Yeah,
it's like
the cigar
reference point. Yeah,
and that the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. What are you gonna do? You gotta keep fresh for the people, dude. Look we got an idea. Why don't you guys fucking cut your hair? Look.
Yeah, man. We cut our hair. Because we're famous. We're rock stars. We don't need to have long hair anymore.
You got your Rio. Someone just asked you to do your Lars.
That's why I did that. Yeah, I saw it.
I thought you were just piping in with it because you're funny.
No, man. No. Because we cut our hair so we could make more money. Because just because we're millionaires doesn't mean we have enough money, man.
That dude has a serious art collection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He bought it with the millions and millions and millions of dollars that he made.
Yeah, because those Napster guys were stealing all our money. I couldn't buy that last Van Gogh for my collection.
Well, man, all I know is Metallica used to have a recording section, just like the Grateful Dead when they used to play around here, Bay Area. And then all of a sudden, Napster.
Yeah, they were selling cassettes out of the trunk of their car, right?
Yeah.
And then, Napster happened. Wait. They're stealing all our millions.
Yeah. Fuck Napster. What did you ever get out of Napster? Anything?
Oh, I got a lot of stuff off Napster.
Oh, you got shit off Napster, so you were downloading shit. for free.
Mm-hmm.
Just exactly the thing that Lars was saying.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't Lars?
But you know what I never downloaded on Napster? I never downloaded Metallica.
Well, why didn't Lars? You know, Lars
See
was
what?
right.
When, the stuff I got from Napster, I always went for like the live concerts and the
But
you know,
Lars was
the
right.
unusual stuff.
Lars was right. He wrote some shit, and you want to fucking download it. Where's his money? I'm just saying. What if you wrote some shit? People were just downloading it for free. You know what I mean? What if you sat there and put your heart and soul in some piece of music?
And someone downloaded it for free?
Yeah.
I would say bless them. I hope that makes you happy.
That's what you'd say now. But that's not what you'd have been saying back in the day when you were thinking you're still gonna, you never know. I don't know, man.
No, I mean I know how to make millions in the music industry if I wanted to.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Well, I'm just saying. We're over here doing this show. We ain't making no money.
Yeah.
It's just like being a musician.
That's because I won't get down on my knees for anybody.
I know, but I'm just saying, doing this show is just like being a musician. We show up every Saturday night for the show or whatever. And
Yeah,
we ain't getting paid. No, we're just showing up. Here we are, and we're doing it for the love of it, isn't it, Rio? It's the love of showing up on a Saturday night, chilluminatti style, and kicking back 33 degrees with all our friends.
That's right.
What the fuck?
Maybe one of our friends will call in.
Maybe. We opened up the phones, but we're so chill at this point.
Stop.
We don't care if you call in or you don't, because we're going to chill one way or the other.
That's right.
No, you could call if you want. Give us some paranormal experiences, because we're saying if you had a real paranormal experience and it wasn't a Casper the Ghost kind of thing, what would propel you or compel you to go find more? Like, it's like, I had my first ghost experience and I just couldn't resist. I had to go back.
I guess if you believed that it was your dead Aunt Ethel giving you marriage advice or something, maybe. But
how many fucking years? We did a show about Houdini once, a long time ago, but it was more about the escape artist personality archetype. But we brought Houdini to the table, and Houdini. And the reason I'm bringing him back to the table and I'm resurrecting him again right now is because he was obsessed with finding or talking to his dead mother. And so he would go around to all these people and try to who said they could contact the dead. And he for his whole life, he went around. And pretty much everybody was a charlatan that he found. He never found anybody who could actually do it. And then he would, expose whoever he found.
Well, Houdini, as he got along because of that, right? He couldn't find anybody who could communicate with his dead mother. He actually got into the black magic himself and tried to summon a demon to do it for him. And if I remember correctly, even the demon wouldn't help him.
See,
so
shit happens, man.
Yeah.
That's why you just, isn't the world we live in interesting enough? I mean, isn't there enough shit going on that you could see?
You would think, right?
I mean, isn't there enough? Why do you got to search out some shit? Hey, my life's going good. Let me just search out some horrible shit so I can be terrified.
Yes, Brent, call on in. Come join us here on the Saturday night layback session.
Saturday night, 2-hour vow of silence. There's a government cricket in my yard, but now it's gone silent.
Yeah, that was a loud cricket before me. I heard that like loud.
I know. Some crazy government cricket in my backyard. They don't want me to know about it. There's a cricket. They don't want you to know about it, Rio.
Yeah. I'll tell you, crickets can get annoying sometimes, man. After a few hours of that.
They're good luck in Japan. They even have little cages to put your cricket in.
Sometimes when this place gets kinda empty, sound of their breath fades with the light. I think about the loveless fascination under the Milky Way tonight. Lower the curtain down in Memphis. Lower the curtain down, alright.
718-618-9905 is the number to call.
Under the Milky Way tonight. Wish I knew what you were looking for. Might have known what you would find. And it's something quite peculiar.
All right.
Yeah, he was here last night, Ronan. He doesn't come into the Saturday night, though.
How do you know Ronan isn't the jacker?
Because I know who Ronan is from other places.
Well, how do you know?
The jacker can't disguise himself from me anymore. I know who he is, where he is, and all his different phone numbers.
He's Rockin' Rio, pet detective.
I even know his real name and where he lives.
Yeah, well, I've been around Rev Radio a long time. And I remember some heated discussions on these round tables they used to have every night. And all these people would call in. There'd be a bunch of round tables going on every single night. There'd be like 5-6 people staying on that fucking thing all night long, arguing about shit and getting pissed off. His name's been thrown around in heated arguments on the air.
Oh, yeah, I'm aware of that. I mean, I would never dox the guy. Uh-oh, we have a caller.
Don't sound so surprised.
Hello,
It's been
caller.
so long since we opened up the phones. People don't.
Welcome to the chilluminatti fascisti.
Yeah. Well, I'm high on ashwagandha.
Well, don't get any Yogananda stuck in your Hobananda.
Yeah, but it's
Sounds like Brent. Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Brent.
What's up, man?
That's my actual name, Brent Howell. I don't know why everybody doesn't give their actual name.
I don't know. Because they don't want people to bother you at home or something. I don't know. It's been, they always used to do that on talk radio. Don't give your last name.
I just bluff them,
Yeah.
I thought it was for paranormal experiences. With you wanted people to call in for.
You got one. Do you got a paranormal experience?
Well, I was thinking about it, and I was really pissed off at one of my exes, and I was standing out in front of my garage, and it was like in the evening, and I started yelling at the sky about the woman that tried to break down my metal door on the motel room to come in and kill me. And, you know, I was having a hissy fit, I guess. I mean, I was raging, you know, against what all the hell was going on, you know. She wasn't there. She wasn't even there. I mean, I was just letting it out, you know. I was just screaming at the sky, and lightning struck a telephone pole about, you know, like 25 feet away from me.
Damn, that's some man.
And it wasn't even fucking raining. You know, it was just a little cloudy.
Well, that's one hell of a paranormal experience. I've watched videos of lightning strikes. It must have been a terrifying moment. Sitting there, you're almost 25 feet away.
No.
You could have ended up being that telephone pole. You ever?
Yeah.
Did you ever?
I shut up right away.
Did you hear the show that Art Bell did once? And I mean, this is a random 1 in a million shot that you heard this. It's 1 in a million. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and take that shot because my name's Jimmy.
Yeah.
And this is the chilluminatti, and it's Saturday night, so I'm going to take a shot. Art Bell was having people call in about near-death experiences. The dude called in, and he said he was on his landline one day in his bedroom, and a fucking lightning strike hit the telephone pole, and it came down the wire and onto his phone and struck him dead. And he floated up in the room, and he was floating around in the ceiling. And he said he was looking at his houseplants, and he could see that the houseplants were sad because he was dead, which I thought was interesting because, you know, people just think houseplants are just sitting there, but really, you know, you're their caretaker. They recognize you when you come in. You're the one that pours the water in there and all that. You know what I mean? So they were sad because he was dead. I thought that was interesting, man. And then, you know, there's a whole interesting movie that they made about the plants. I think it's called The Interesting World of Plants or something like that. Let me ask you this, Brent. Have you ever seen where they attach electrodes to different vegetation in the forest, like mushrooms and different stuff, and they can hear music? Have you heard this? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Trees play music, you know, so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
It's true. I mean, it's an actual phenomenon. It's been scientifically proven. Yeah. You can talk to the plants in a certain tone and a loving tone, and then you can have a control module or the other one next to it, same kind of pot, same kind of soil, everything else, and you can yell at it, scream at it, and, you know, cuss at it or whatever you want to do, or act mean to it, and have them covered in glass, sort of separated from each other, and the one that you encourage will grow greater. And it's sort of like when you're teaching and you have a classroom,
mm-hmm.
and the person that acts up the most, you pay most attention to sometimes because, you know, they're disturbing the class, right? And but they're just getting what they want. You know, they're getting the attention. And that's what they're crying out for.
Well, now,
so you learn to ignore some things, and then at the same moment give a positive reinforcement to somebody that's doing something good.
Now,
and
now, what about
over time, the people realize, well, he's going to pay attention to me when I'm positive instead of negative.
Mm-hmm. Now, what about this? What about this idea about water and the speaking of words to water, and how plants have quite a bit of water in them? So, would you say that the same sort of principle would apply? That if you use saying negative things to water, the negative things will affect the plant maybe in the same way. So the vibrational implant of your you know, words.
Well, it's
You're-
been proven too.
You're water. You're 70% water,
Exactly.
and and
Applies the same to me.
I think I'm positive with you.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but do you think that maybe, you know, the vibration of emotion affects the liquid in your body, your water? I mean, I'm just
No,
now.
yeah.
This is
It must.
you're right.
It
This
has
is
to. Yeah, it's just
this is
scientific. You know,
this is dawning on me
have
right
you
now.
heard of the piezo electric effect and the sono physics? Have you heard of sono physics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what they used in the pyramids when they produced the ammonia, and you know the entire pyramid structures out there on the you know the Egyptian Giza plateau. There's a assembly of like 10 different kinds of pyramids. They're all comparable to a modern day chemical producing plant.
Interesting.
And
well, remember
this guy at the Land of Kim, it's called. It's on YouTube. Goes through and categorically films it for you, interprets it for you, and gives you all the science behind it. And they were using that sono chemistry or sonophysics, and they were using the fact that electromagnetic coverings of different types would attract the electrical impulses from lightning, and then they had a return loop that would send that lightning back up into the sky, so it would be charging up the particular pyramid over a period of time.
Mhm.
And all of that was dispensed through iron down into the ground like a tree, like with roots and stuff that go out. And they were able to store all that electrical energy from lightning, which has a particular type of electrical, much like a capacitor tendency, but lightning has a particular electrical signature, you know. So I guess when I was out there cursing at my ex-wife, I must have set off some sort of sono physics, you know.
could have happened. You might have hit the right note at the right time with the right amount of emotion behind it, and caused molecules to start banging against each other. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
718-618-9905 is the number to call. Paranormal experiences tonight. We're talking about them. Do you got one? Sounds like Brent had one. Thanks for calling, Brent.
I'm having one right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You want me to hold on, or are you going to get the other caller?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works, Rio.
Yeah,
we can't.
yeah. No, I can only have one caller at a time.
No, we can only have one. That's right.
Yeah.
We can only have one.
All right, Brent.
Yeah, there's only one. Okay, we'll see you later.
Thanks for calling,
Brent.
brother.
Okay, bye.
718-618-9905 is the number to call. We're talking about paranormal experiences. Have you had one? And if you had one, do you want to go back and have another one? I mean, you want to fly up and crawl around on the ceiling, have your head spin around, shit like that. I don't know, man. Rock and Rio.
I don't know.
Have you ever listened to the lyrics of this song?
I can't say that I have.
All right, listen. 718-618-9905. We're having paranormal talk tonight.
when the flames go up, who's gonna come and turn the tide? What's it gonna take to make a dream survive? Who's got the time to calm a storm inside? Who's gonna save you? Alive and kicking. Stay until your love.
718-618-9905 is the number to call with your paranormal experience. Do you want more? Are you out there with one of those Ghostbusters? What are those things called? Those radios that you listen in for voices? Or
I don't know what they call them things.
You're like, honey, I found an old abandoned sanitarium. Come on, let's take the Ghost Blaster down there and see if we can detect any activity. Tell you what, you get the ice chest and fill it with beer, and I'll get the extra batteries for the camera, just in case we see anything. Is that what it's like for you? Like you're just sitting around in your house? You and your wife sitting there, and you just go, come on, honey, let's go. Where do you want to go? Well, come on, let's go to the sanitarium down here. Yeah, you just go right in there. The old sanitarium where they used to,
It's like, people who hang out in cemeteries at midnight,
Yeah, come on, let's take the ghost detector down to the cemetery. Wait a minute, I'm detecting Bluetooth addresses everywhere. How could that be? These people are dead. Huh.
Well, it depends on what killed them, I suppose.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they died during the Michelle Pfeiffer incident.
Oh, we have another caller.
Now there's Bluetooth addresses everywhere. Hello, caller.
Hello. Trish, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Trish, how you doing? There's Rock and Rio over there. I'm over here. You're over there. Do you have paranormal activity at your house?
No, well, not of late, but I got two quick stories to tell you. I don't know if they're really, I guess they're paranormal. So this is 100 years ago. I came to my mom's house and I was doing her hair. We're sitting out in the kitchen at the kitchen table, and I was trimming her hair for her, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get this whiff of beer. Like someone had just popped open a can of beer. And I stopped and I bent over and I looked at her, and she turned and she had this strange look on her face. I go, were you drinking beer? Because my mom did not drink. And she goes, I was just going to ask you the same thing. And I said, we both said it at the same time. I go, that's my dad. And she goes, that's your father, at the exact same time. And then I was like, I go, he's here, isn't he? And she goes, sure as hell smelled like him. And it was like, it was the strangest thing because, like I said, my mom didn't drink, and it smelled like someone just cracked a beer and put it right up under your nose. It was crazy because my dad passed away when I was like 11 years old. And here's another crazy thing. So my dad died on November 11th, and I was 11 years old. And my mom died on 12/12, and I was 48 years old. And 4 and 8 is 12. That's kind of crazy.
Wow.
And then here's another quick story. When my mom passed away, she had developed Alzheimer's, and she came to live with me down in West Virginia when I was down in West Virginia. And so after she passed away, it was like a day or two afterwards. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about her, and I was walking across the living room, and I stepped on something. Now my house was like super clean. It was always vacuumed and everything. And I stepped on, I went, what the heck? And I looked, and it was a gem, like out of a ring or something, a necklace. Mm-hmm. And it was a ruby. It was like a red colored ruby shaped like a diamond, like a little round diamond. I think it was just glass, I've never had it tested. And I was like, where the hell did this come from? And that's my mom's birthstone.
Wow.
Is a ruby. That was really strange. It was like she was saying, "Here you go. I was thinking about you too."
Wow.
I don't know. That sounds kind of crazy. If you know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like I didn't have any jewelry with that. Like, where did that come from? Is what I'm saying. It's like, honestly, it came out of the ether or something, because I mean, I was always vacuuming my floor and I didn't have any ruby type jewelry. I mean, I didn't come out of any jewelry I had. So where did it come from?
Yeah, that's strange. Seriously.
It is very, like I said, it was my mom's birthday's in July, and that was her birthstone.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And those are just the two kind of, I mean, they're not really super paranormal or scary or anything, but they're just kind of odd stories.
No, definitely. That is a trip about that stone that you found in your living room. Especially, given the circumstance, it's a trip. Rock and Rio. Now, have you had any type of experiences beyond the coffee pot? Like,
well, I had the coffee pot thing happen twice. But yeah, I've had.
You should fill people in, because maybe people didn't hear you tell the coffee pot story before. They might not know what we're talking about. Trish might be interested in the coffee pot. Trish, are you interested in the coffee pot story?
Yes, I'd love to hear about the coffee pot.
See, Rio, the coffee pot story it's on everyone's mind.
All right. So the coffee pot story. We were in Chicago, in a dark, seedy club, and this dude came in and he was offering us, the music deal of a lifetime. He had a contract ready to sign, and it was one of those. It was one of those dark contracts, so kind you don't want to sign, But he was going to make us rich and famous and whatever. And we basically told him to get out, and he told us we'd be sorry and this and that and the other thing. And the person in charge at the time, like, threw him out, like told him, quite vulgarly to get out. And this dude, like, he says, well, if that's the way you want it, he said, just remember, I'm in control here. I assume he was, referring to the place we were in. And he waved his hand, and the coffee pot picked itself up off one side of the room and went flying across the room and smashed into the wall. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, was this guy like legit? Could he really have made you guys famous?
Oh yeah, yeah. Just prick your finger and sign your name in blood at the bottom.
Oh gosh, I just got chills. That's like the crossroads shit.
Yes, it's like the
exactly. So, needless to say, that's why I'm not rich and famous today.
Yeah, but you're still good looking, so you got that going for you.
That's true. But yeah, that was a. And then I actually had something similar happen a second time. I was at a friend's house, and there was some disturbances going on in the next apartment over, and I yelled something through the wall at them, like, to knock it off, and then the coffee pot, like, kind of tossed itself across the room. And I don't know what my thing with coffee pots is, but that was the second time I had a coffee pot incident.
Damn. Well, listen, I think your first coffee pot incident was a lot more intense than the second one.
Well, the second one. Well, the first one, the guy waved his hand, and obviously some black magic going on there. But the second time, I don't know if it was any relation to the first time, or if it's just some poltergeisting kind of thing, or what? But it freaked everybody out. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. These
Yeah.
some interesting paranormal experiences. And like someone said in the chat, it doesn't have to be terrifying to be paranormal. You know.
No, I mean, it wasn't terrible. Well, the first one I would say was a little more terrifying because, I knew the dude was into dark forces when he waved his hand and the thing went picked up and flung across. He flipped his, he flipped his wrist and kind of made a motion, and it just was weird.
Man, I've had a few paranormal experiences myself.
Oh, you had something with your guitar in the case, right?
Yeah, I had that, but I mean, I had other experiences on top of all that. And I mean, at the time, the people that I was, hanging around, were not necessarily hanging around, but were around, were into certain shit, and so they, were constantly dabbling with shit, and shit was constantly happening, like for example, we were taking some pictures, some band pictures, some promo pictures for some shit we were doing.
Right.
And there was an old graveyard in Redwood. I shouldn't say where it is, because I mean stuff happened. So, anyways, there was an old graveyard from the 1800s, and it was like preserved or whatever. It wasn't taken care of, but it was, they didn't do anything to it. They left it there. No one was still being buried there. It's just whoever was there is there, and then that was it. And so they had all the mausoleums and shit in there. And so we went and took these pictures of this, where the photographer was leaving the aperture open. And then he was taking like a flashlight and then going around our bodies with this flashlight. So it looked like our bodies were, emanating this fucking electrical pulse or whatever in the picture.
Right.
But then there was a bunch of people hanging around, and drinking beer and this and that. And of course they brought some shit back to the house from there. And a bunch of stuff started happening around it. It was right when it was right when there was a big rainstorm that came through here. It was the first time they ever called something El Nino. And we had an El Nino, and there was a fucking massive flood that knocked out the power for like days on end. And all this was going on right at the same time. So there was no power in the house. And there was objects that were brought to the house from this spot I'm telling you about. And so there was quite a bit of paranormal activity going on in that particular couple of 3 days.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
It was creepy. I'm not even going into the details of it because I don't want to. Seriously, don't want to. I'm trying to forget the shit. I don't want to remember it. You know what I mean? That's what I was talking about earlier. It's like I wouldn't be personally, wanting to go seek some shit out. There's enough shit that could just happen all by itself.
Oh, no doubt. So let me ask you guys this. Because I remember a story you told Jimmy. You were playing on stage, and there was some creepy dude that was in the club.
Jack.
And he was staring at you, and your string broke.
Yeah.
Right when he was, and you said he was like, looks like he was saying something or whatever. So let me ask you guys this. Do you think that these people have actual power? I don't think it's them that have the power. I think that they are like in league with some bad spirits, and it's the spirits that are like doing stuff for them, but they pay for it with their soul. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're manifesting demonic powers. I mean,
that's right. I don't think it's like them. They don't have any power.
Well, you
I
know,
don't know.
when you make those kind of deals with those things, you know, like I guess they let you kind of control them to a certain extent, like to display your magical ability or whatever. But ultimately you lose in that game. Yeah, and I'm sure that the dude that Jimmy was talking about with the string when it was broken. I mean, the guy that did that to us, was all decked out in black leather and had the
Well, this thing,
he had a certain look to him, right? He
yeah.
was
Well, this dude,
kind of vampiric looking,
this dude had a look to him too. But I mean, this dude was, you know, he said he was a, he said he was a satanic priest or whatever. And
Oh, he
I
actually
had
told
this,
you that?
yeah, I knew who the guy was. The guy's name was Jack, and he used to fucking hang around our band, And so we were playing a show with Motley Crue, and he was hanging around that day. And I had this guitar that I bought with some money that my grandmother left me when she died, and they made a rosary and a crucifix out of her ashes. And so I had that rosary hanging off the head of my guitar, and this dude told me if I took that off my guitar, that we would play the best show we ever played in our lives or some shit. And so I said, hey, fuck you, Jack. I'm not taking it off. And so we were going out to dinner after our sound check, and I went out and I put my guitar, in the dressing room. We locked the dressing room and went off, and we had our dinner. We came back to get my guitar. I opened up the case, and the fucking crucifix was broken off of the rosary, laying in the case. So I got some wire and I put it back on there. And then we went out to play, and then that's when the incident happened. When I had brand new strings on. I broke an E string on a bass. So I mean, that's like the biggest, fattest string. So the chances of breaking a brand new string is that
an E string?
Yeah.
That's what, like 6 lines? It's
yeah.
It's very, very unlikely.
Anyways, I recovered from it though. I got another string. I got back on stage. We kept playing the show or whatever. But the thing was, yeah, that happened. But I wasn't, I wasn't intimidated by Jack or whatever. Like when I saw him or whatever in personal life, there was just a bunch of these type of people that were hanging around our band because of the kind of music we play.
Well, I mean, we didn't necessarily play that type of music, but there were, depending on where you went. I mean, I had seen. Well, actually, I was we were in Washington D.C. one time, and we were playing this. What was it called? It was Madam's Organ was the name of the club, and it was on Adams Morgan in Washington D.C. And this woman, looked like a gypsy, kind of, old school fortune teller look to her, beads and jewelry, and kind of dressed funny. She said we were walking down the street, and she's like, you're looking for you shouldn't be doing that stuff, man. You're looking for the darkness or whatever. And she, she started talking like weird things. And she says, I can smell the death on you. Right. And I was like, okay. I was like, all right, just this chick's weird. We kind of went on down the road, and she showed up at the club later that night. And she was like, clean across town from where we were, but she showed up at the club that night, and she said, I told you I would find you. And I was so, little weirdness there.
Damn.
But,
there's weird
shit. And I'm sure there was some magic or evil involved in that too.
Nah, I mean, I saw some people from back in that time period who are still alive, and a lot of people fucking literally went insane, man. Literally insane. Like, yeah. All right, don't go insane if you have a paranormal experience. Just, rock and roll. What do you got to do? Just stay away from it. You know.
Stay away from it. Say your prayers.
Well, all the people, it's Halloween, man. People like getting scared. They like going to movies. I mean, one of the biggest, blockbuster, box office hits is anything that has to do with scaring the shit out of people.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, it's one of the reasons I don't really like October, because everybody's focused on ghosts and goblins and witches, and I do even here at my house, right? My neighbor's got his front yard dressed up like a graveyard. The other one across the street's got this 9-foot tall, 10-foot tall, skeleton with a pumpkin head on top. That screams every time you go past it. Yeah,
You don't see that. You don't see the outpouring of these decorations for Thanksgiving or Christmas, though.
Well, so some people do the Christmas. You see the lights and stuff, but
yeah, but it's
not anywhere near to the level. And it's the one thing that I never understood is, like, why are you exalting the darkness and the evil, right? I don't know. It's just
well, that broom riding thing wasn't what everybody thought it was. That's for sure. It wasn't like flying around in the sky on a broom. That's not what was going on there. But anyway, I guess that's a show for a different time. Anywho, let's see here. What time is it? We got about 15
minutes.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'm going to jump off here, guys, so let somebody else get in there.
Right on. Hey, thanks for calling, Trish.
All right, Trish.
No problem. Good night.
You too.
I still think you and Rio should get a slice of pizza.
Next time I'm in Ohio.
Sounds good. Talk to y'all later.
All right,
Bye-bye.
see ya.
Mike in Ground Zero chats says he's talking about bread going across the counter when he was a little kid, and that the doors would lock themselves. You should call us and tell us about it, Mike.
718-618-9905. That's the number to call if you got a experience you want to share with us. And we're over here sharing experiences, bearing our personal stories about these paranormal experiences. Yeah, you got to go down the road, Rio.
Yeah. Well, I just I don't know. I don't understand the glorification of the darkness, but that's just me.
Well, it's Halloween, man.
Yeah, well,
People are enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
Halloween's outpaces Christmas as far as people spending money on decorations and all that.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's getting there. I mean, I don't know. Do people give gifts on Halloween now?
They might.
Like you put the gifts under the on the 9-foot skeleton with the pumpkin head.
I'll send you a picture of that thing, man. It's creepy.
Remember when we used to play this, man?
Ground control to Major Tom.
We used to pipe this in when Epic would be going down a road.
Yeah.
Take your protein pills.
I think we used to use the one that went 10, 9, 8,
Yeah.
7. That was funny. That was back when John Brisson first started his channel. We've read the documents.
That was quite a while back.
I know. That was a long time ago. Time passes, man. Time passages. What happened to the...
But he is still a space cadet at some level, right? So.
No, I'm just trying to figure what happened to the chat over here on the screen.
Oh,
I think it's off to the side somewhere.
Somebody waved their hand and it vanished. Spooky.
Here it comes back. Yeah, there's ghosts in the machines. Anyways, what do we got? 10 minutes left? 7, 8,
10
6.
minutes, yeah. 12 minutes.
Fingerman's got the number on the chat there. You can give us a call. 718-618-9905 is Ground Zero Plus Saturday Night chilluminatti. My name's Jimmy. That's Rockin' Rio over there. And a whole host of callers. Now you can call too. Give us a call.
Have you ever seen the smoke, Jimmy? The black smoke?
No.
I guess or the shadow people.
No.
No.
I've heard about the shadow people. I used to listen to what this guy name was, something Jorge Escamilla used to come on our bell and talk about the rods. He'd be taking pictures of these rods, these silvery things flying around in the air. You remember the rods, man?
No, I can't say that I do.
I'm wondering why people aren't catching a whole bunch of rods now with their cell phones. Because that dude used to come on there, and this is before cell phones. He'd come on there and show the video to Art Bell, and he'd be going, "Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's a rod for sure. Look at those rods; they're everywhere. What the hell are they?" Seriously, maybe Escamilla put video of rods, and they're up on YouTube somehow. Like people got a hold of them and uploaded them. Man, I'll tell you what, that's alternative media from the Wayback Machine right there. Rods.
That's not one I'm familiar with.
See, man, that's how long I've
been. I mean, I know about the orbs. Are the rods like the orbs, but different?
Rods are just straight rods. They're not orbs. His name was Escamilla. Was the guy's name. I can't remember his first name. But I'm just saying, these things go down in the memory hole. People forget about them. And then they get resurrected on TikTok. And next thing you know, it's a fucking explosion of awareness about it. Like Crack in the World on that Sammy Hagar LP.
Yeah, we covered that, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Something like that. We didn't cover it, but we're just like...
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we're just playing it and going, yeah, man, look at these lyrics.
Well, yeah, and we did the reverse on it, and we discussed the situation. And, everybody finally realized, it says 2025 in the song, must be the end of the world.
Must be.
I mean, Sammy wrote it 30, 40, 50 years ago, right? So
it's because he was in on the inner plot. Because when you're part of the the entertainment arm of the mechanism, you get let in on all the inside baseball. So they come and they say, listen, this is what's going to happen. So you need to write some songs, see? And that's like this. And that's what you're going to do, Rock'n'Roll. You're going to write these songs. Here they are.
Yeah.
Here's the song you're going to write right here. No, get busy.
Well, Sammy believed that he was visited by aliens.
I know. And Mel Gibson saw the Phoenix Lights. Was it Mel Gibson? No, it was it was that Disney kid who grew up and married what's her nuts.
What, Timberlake?
No.
Disney kid.
Yeah, no, Disney kid from the 60s, man.
Oh.
I can't think of the name of the guy. He played Snake Plissken.
Oh, who was that?
Man, I need a dive tank to go into the gray cloud. Yeah, Kurt Russell, exactly.
Kurt Russell, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's been around. Wasn't he an Old Yeller?
Oh, he was in a lot of movies.
Wasn't he the kid in Old Yeller? He was a kid in a million fucking Disney movies, man. But he married Goldie Hawn. They're still married.
Are they really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he married Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, 718-618-9905. One time when I was living in Los Angeles, I was going down the road, Pacific Coast Highway. I was at a stoplight. There was a red Ferrari. I looked over. It was Suzanne Summers. But she didn't look like she looked on TV or in movies.
Oh, we got to call her.
Well, okay.
Oh, well, we had a caller.
Well, I'm sure the caller will recall. 718-618-9905 is the number to call.
Hello, caller.
Hey, what's going on? This is Rowdy, man.
Hey, what's going on, Rowdy? What's happening?
Hey, not much, brother. Hey, Snake Plissken. That's Kurt Russell, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Kurt Russell.
There you go. Hey, we were talking about like ghost stuff and stuff, right?
Right.
All right, check this out. I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on the suburbs, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's like a house. We all grew up in a neighborhood. There's always like a creepy house, right? And this house, people would go in and go out. They weren't like public school. They weren't going to public schools. They were like it just was a weird thing, right? All of us neighbors were like, this is a weird house. So, anyways, one day I'm working at a King's Family restaurant. I was a cook, and my buddy called me up. This is before cell phones, in the 80s, and a buddy called me up and says, "Hey, dude, why don't you come over to this house?" I'm like, "Dude, that's a creep house, right?" So he lived next door to it, and anyways, we went to this house, and I get there, and there's some beers, a little bit of weed, whatever. We're all partying, and I'm thinking, man, this is a pretty cool house, right? I thought it was a creep house. And this girl comes down and goes, we've lived here for like 40 years. All these, all my parents and my grandparents all lived in this house. And so, anyways, I get there, and being I drank a lot of pop, so I need to pee. So I'm like, hey, where is your bathroom at? Just go upstairs. So as I'm like 3 steps up on this stairway, I look up and I see a woman walking, and it's like an old woman walking. And all of a sudden, this kid comes out and goes, "Get out of my way, lady," and just walks right through this woman that I'm looking at and goes into the bathroom. So I come down back the stairs. I'm freaked out. I'm like, I thought you need to go pee. I'm like, dude, yeah, I needed to go pee, but I told the girl that lived there, I'm like, listen, I need to go pee. What's going on with this old lady up there? And she's like, oh, I can't believe you saw her. We've heard about her, blah, blah, blah. And this woman died in that bathroom. And every so on, she shows up, and I think it was more not like a ghost, more like a time thing. She's walking through, and I saw her at that time. And anyways, happy Halloween.
Damn, Rowdy, that's a good story, man.
Dude, I saw this kid walk right through. And the bedroom was right across from, as I'm going up, okay, if you picture the door a little bit away from going up the steps, his bedroom was right, like, to the right of the stairs. Mm-hmm. He walked right through her. "Get out of my way, lady." And I was like, what the?
Wow.
I'm not going to swear. I don't know if I can swear or not.
We're out of time.
But, dude, it freaked me the freak out, dude. I could not believe it. I did not smoke. I did not drink. I mean, dude, it freaked me out.
We're out of time.
And I thought that was... dude, she was there. I mean, like, she was in a robe and like an old... I mean, I thought that was their mother. I didn't know. So I'm walking up these, like, 3 steps. I look up, and there she... I mean, dude, it was not like that. She was there. I mean, I could totally see her. And then this kid comes out, her little brother, the chick, my buddy's friend, goes, "Oh, dude, get out of my way, lady," and walked right through her into the bathroom. And I'm like, what? And I still gotta pee, right? So I'm like, what the hell, man?
they're kick ass, man. If I wasn't there, I would not have believed it.
Rowdy. Rowdy, we're out of time, man.
We're out of time on Ground Zero.
Well, anyways, I love you guys. I love you, Jimmy. I love your shoes. Hey, and all the people out there that don't know about your shoes, dude, I still wear them. Dude, they're rocking.
Sweet.
Rocking.
Right on, brother. All right. Good night, everybody.
I love you, bro.
Love you too, man. Take care.
Bro, take care.
All right. That'll do it. Revolution Radio's not here tonight, but Ground Zero Plus is gone, and this is YouTube. So say goodnight to everybody over there. Rock and Rio. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for being here.
This storm is coming like a ghost storm. Why must the youth fight against themselves? Government leaving the youth on the shelf. This place